best writing that I do is a gift to where I am, in the sense that it's paying attention to where I am. The beauty of living here in Chapel Hill and Durham is you got 3 hours one way or the other and you're in a totally different landscape. And I think North Carolina is fairly unique to have that range, because each landscape has a different culture, a different barbecue, a different accent. What a gift to have that. And to have been born here was a real stroke of luck as a writer. I was born in Asheville and grew up south of town in a little crossroads called Arden. Once I got done here, I realized I missed having the mountains at the horizon. Also, my family, the people I knew there, people from Appalachia really are a bit different from others. So I guess I was absorbing things without realizing I was absorbing them for writing, because I did not set out to be a writer. I thought I wanted to be an architect and start a college at NC State to do that. But once I made my way into a poetry writing class here at Chapel Hill, I started thinking about what really interested me. What I tell my students is, you're looking for the thing you can't not do, the thing you've got to do with your life. And I just really enjoyed playing with words in that way and making these little word worlds called poems. I think the first poem I wrote in the class was about a fire tower on the Blue Ridge Parkway. I've kept writing poems and essays about the mountains ever since. I'm almost always inspired by things around me in daily life, things I see or hear. And I always carry in my pocket a piece of paper that I write notes on. I wrote a series of poems about stuff I ate when I was a kid that I don't eat anymore. You know, like saltines, which we just ate all the time growing up. It was like our hors d'oeuvres, or how we would salt watermelon when we ate it.
Juicy watermelon on the picnic table. That seedy red meat sweaty with melting crystals.
A lot of the poems are rooted in memories, and those memories are always really sensory and specific. It's not like, I think I want to write a poem about the meaning of family. I could not write that poem. But if I could write a poem about my weird uncle, or the aunt that I loved, or how my mother used to say, I swan. I got a poem out of that, just out of the language that she used. When I have a student come in who's from some small town in North Carolina, if you can help show that student that you don't need to write poems about nightingales and sort of more English lit kinds of things, but there are poems back home where you're from, often the results can be amazing. To see younger writers really getting engaged with the possibilities of the language and of imagery and of the structure of the poem, it helps remind me why I got into it in the first place, especially with the students at Carolina. They want to make a difference in the world, and for some of them it's meant to be a writer. I've read poems at their weddings. I just became the godparent to one of their children. We become a family. My mentor and late colleague Doris Betts used to say, the literary community in North Carolina is cooperative and not competitive. We're happy for the successes of our fellow writers. I love going out into the state and reading or talking with not just fellow professors and writing students, but other North Carolinians. I think many of us were raised or taught that poetry is written in a kind of code that you have to have the secrets to unlock. It's true that poetry has a mysterious quality to it, but it's not a secret code. If you're somebody who enjoys words, you can enjoy poetry.